and brought to you by Sprite. It's the 2K pregame show.
Hey, Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you to 2K Sports. In this game, we'll see the Charlotte Hornets going up against the Miami Heat. For Miami, this is a team they knocked out in the first round in last year's playoffs, so they'd better be ready. Some extra motivation on this one. Regular season now getting going, Shaq. Do you think most players play their best early in the season or down the stretch?
Most play better down the stretch, Ernie, because you get into a groove as you go. A lot of guys don't really come in 100% shape like I did. We just want to work our way in, practice, get a couple games, get our flow. Then by All-Star break, going into the playoffs, I have mastered my groove.
Do you think younger players have trouble adjusting to that and kind of learning that you have to ease into it a little bit? You see some guys early in their careers kind of flaming out early and don't have anything left for the stretch run?
Yes, you know, most guys that come from a college background, as we all know, college 30, 40 games if you go deep in the college tournament. But NBA is 80 games. A lot of players hit the wall after that 40, 50 game mark.
Do you do your best studio work early in a show or late in a show?
Well, I know I'm the master of the groove, especially when I got you on the drums. Drums, groove. Give me a solo, Ernie. Break it down.
Kevin Harlan.
Ooh.
Thanks for joining us live for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke. Well, it was the Charlotte Hornets in their last game losing to the New Orleans Pelicans. And that's one they'd like to have back. A little more focus would have been enough. Just a 4-point loss.
And Kevin, they would have had to be sensational defensively to compensate for their lack of offense in that game.
Yeah, and you know what, Steve? I don't think they're built to play those kind of low-scoring, grinded-out games. They weren't that time, at least.
So here's Miami's starting group. Chalmers and D. Wade are the guards. Dang out there with Anderson. And it's Bosch in at the 5, down low. Stevenson drives in, down low. It's stolen by Wade. Here's Bosch, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Boy, the big fella's showing us a little explosiveness for a change.
Well, maybe Clark is working on his dunk skills because he looked perfectly at home right there.
Now, sometimes he can climb those, so glad to see him get that one down.
And it's Kid Gilchrist penetrating, and Jefferson wide open. He shoots, goes back up, and he lays it up and in.
You got to put bodies on the glass right there. They just are not getting it done on the board.
Yeah, they've got to do a much...
There's the... Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And let's quickly break down the game, guys, we've been watching from the Hornets.
Really good sign offensively the way they started this game out, getting a lot of hoops from close range.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to get baskets inside. I know you were a three-point shooter, Steve, and a really good one, but it's always easier to score in the paint.
They've got Jefferson. Williams is out there with Henderson. Then there's Brian Roberts. And it's Neal in at the 2 guard. So that's the group out there for Charlotte.
Brian Roberts coming to the NBA 2 seasons ago after playing internationally. Had a great season as a 27-year-old rookie. Last year with Drew Holiday injured, he actually spent a lot of time at the starting point guard spot in New Orleans.
And Roberts is more of a shooter than a true point guard. A bit of a combo guard is how I would describe him. He's a good ball handler, decent size, but his assist-to-turnover ratio fell off in year 2. That should also be an area of focus for him.
And it's Napier missing.
Boy, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Neal dishes to Roberts. From the line. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
You know, he's got a quick trigger from that range when he senses that the defense has backed off.
Allen, that's good.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
Here's Roberts. Feeds it to Neal. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. This is his first chance at the line tonight. And the first one drops. And the Hornets making a change here. Neal hits them both.
Well, you can count on him, can't you? He seems to knock down free throws consistently all game long.
Here's Napier. And the Heat, another 3.
You know, on defense, even on an inbounds play, you can't leave three-point shooters alone on the perimeter. They pay.
And the first half comes to a close in a tie game. And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. Here's who Eric Spoelstra is starting the second half with. Dang and McRoberts holding down the forward spots. Allen is out there with Napier. And it's Bosch in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Some big points there. I mean, they got him on a nice play to get the ball right to the bucket.
That's what they're looking for down the stretch, Clark. More of the same. Get it inside.
And Walker kicks to Stevenson. Outside, Kid Gilchrist. Shot clock at 6. And it's blocked by Bosch. Out of bounds. Miami takes possession. Here's Napier. 29 seconds left in the third. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Napier's got 5 now.
This game has taken on a new feel since halftime.
For sure, the energy level on both sides has gone way up after the break.
Outside, Walker. Out to the right wing. And Jefferson wide open. He shoots, and it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Here is McRoberts. The 3 from Bosch. And no good trying to get that one. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Well, it had to be this play, don't you think, Kevin?
Sure.
This is just a phenomenal pass. Made the defense look like they had no idea what was going on.
What precision with that pass.
Beautiful.
We've got Williams. Kemba Walker is out there with Gary Neal. Then it's Henderson, and it's Zeller in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the lineup for Charlotte. Here's Napier. He's guarded by Williams. Here's Bosch. And he banks in the layup. Bosch has got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Heat.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on him.
And it's blocked by Bosch. And so they choose to intentionally foul. Some changes for Charlotte. Jefferson's checked in for Williams. And it's Kid Gilchrist in for Gerald Henderson. And he commits the intentional foul. Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's an 8-point game. Here's Walker. Clark, this one just all but in the books.
Yeah, I don't see a comeback at this point, partner.
Not enough time and just too big of a deficit for this team.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And Zeller kicks to Walker. Pass to Neal from past the arc. Chris Bosch with the rebound. Here's Napier. And so